Welcome to the Be the Light meditation. It's so heartwarming. We have some regulars that come here every Wednesday morning, so it's like community, which feels great. But we invite everyone to this Be the Light meditation. And now that I have beautiful Neethu in India, sending these meditations out into the world, which I don't know how she does it, but suddenly there's 1,000 views. I'm welcoming everyone to come and be part of the Be the Light meditations. So it's not, that's just a word. What does it mean? It means to keep moving forward and leaving the what is happening in our world behind. We still live in the world, but we want to become beacons and citizens of light and hope. Because I know if you're listening to this, that you are a truly good person. I know I can feel your hearts, and you have good ideas, and you've lived decent lives to the best degree possible, and things just aren't getting that much better and could potentially, most likely, will get much worse because at this time in history, anything that is not holding a divine alignment with the way that humans were meant to live on earth, with truth, beauty, love, and goodness, is going to be revealed. So there's going to be even more shocking revealings coming in 2022. And we do these meditations, number one, to release all of our old traumas and fears, but to stand here and to hold some semblance of coherency and grace while people are losing faith in the directions of this reality. They're going to be questioning all the authorities. They're going to be questioning all the systems which haven't been particularly benevolent to help the everyday person. So, in this way, it's not going to be one perfect guru stepping forward. No, it's going to be comrades. It's going to be, it's funny I'd use that word. That's people united in a purpose. And I feel that when we come here to be the light, we're trying to chisel ourselves, our thoughts, our words, and our actions. So not only do we hold, again, ourselves in this semblance of coherency, but we can speak and be present in a way that holds some light for others while things are getting crazy. So I just sent out a newsletter. It is now the end of January 2022. And as I promised, we recently did 3 big stair-stepped releasing fear project events videos. Okay, you can find them right on the channel there. Jan Jorgensen, Be the Light and Swords, what it's called. So you can watch those. But for 2022, we've done a lot of work here. And it's not like we're not going to go inside and take away the pain, the betrayal, the disappointment out of your heart ever again. But we are moving forward. We are moving forward as a group, as a social system, to see what is possible, what is the potential for change in ways that can work, even maybe outside the consensus reality and grid. Maybe start making our own little energetic sparks and ideas and shoots of light. I mean, sending out some light, and people who are in the dark will say, oh my goodness, we'll look at these people. I want what they're drinking. And that's exactly what we're doing. We're drinking this light in. We go through a very simple process, Be the Light meditation, 3 steps. I ask and intend to set a sacred space. I put myself into a beautiful whole lot of balance. And actually, we're training ourselves to do this And those on the call that have done it are already doing it. You just practice, it's just muscle. We are removing everyone else's thoughts and energy and the congestion out there in the media, in our families, in our communities. We're removing it from our own energy field. We are beginning with ourselves to refine and clarify what does it mean to be a human. That's up close and personal. Why am I here? What is my personal part? What is my personal puzzle piece in bringing together something that has a sense of unification, wholeness, sanctity, sacred? We begin with our own body by clearing the decks. We learn to still our minds. We let our thinking go. We lose our minds, literally. So we have been using the last 2 weeks sound instruments. Why? Frequencies. We know that we are essentially a vibrational frequency field, a harmonic or sometimes disharmonic field. We're cells and bones and all the rest, but it's truly the energy, the frequencies that move through us that we can reassign, rein in, and redesign our reality. And that's what we do in the Be the Light process, the 3 simple steps. We take charge. So instead of healing, looking at the problem, bringing that problem up, and changing the frequency fields with our intentional consciousness, now we're going to deliberately choose to, are you ready for this? Some of you already know this, but I know there's going to be no new people on this call, and it's a good review for where we're going. We're going to go to the future. It's going to be back from the future, information back from the future. We're going to go to the future with our intentional consciousness through that time grid, and we're going to retrieve. We're going to see, we're going to hear, we're going to know, we're going to have communications, we're going to have exchanges with the future. Now, is this possible? Scientifically, quantum field, energy field, proven? Yes. Scientifically proven. Watch Caroline Corey's new movie, Superhuman. We can see with blinders on. It's proven. She's worked with top Ivy League scientists to prove specifically, or especially, all the new young children coming in, piece of cake. But we also can learn. Everything is within. It is our consciousness. It is this beautiful toroidal fractalating aspect of our being, our energy being, that holds the potential to line up with, access all sorts of different nodal points, 0 points, everywhere across time and space. You've heard about people going back, regression, visiting family, their family of 200,000 years ago. Who was I? Was I Queen Elizabeth? You've heard about people going out into the etheric. Sometimes my mother, who's passed over, will come in a particular way and begin sharing information with me, often through a really gifted intuitive. So these gifts, which have kind of been sidelined as psychic, woo-woo, whatever, are now proven scientific facts. It's mathematics. It's musical. Harmonics, musical vibration, it's all related. We simply haven't understood it. But now we are using an emery board on our little brain circuits, and we are beginning to buff things and get the things that Einstein and Tesla and who was it? Pythagoras and all of the greats who absolutely understand and understood. I say understand because they're still present, they're still accessible. That everything is energy, and everything in the future will be based on energy, health, transportation, The arts, of course, in music, all of that will be energy. Just think, unbounded sound, light, and color for our existence in a higher, more subtle reign. So today we're going to begin this process of going to the future. Now, if you happen to have a piece of paper handy, might come in handy. We're going to go into a meditation and you're going to be taking notes when you come back. Why? Because you might forget. Spirit is beyond amazing. And when I say spirit, it is just my consciousness, other consciousnesses that don't have physical bodies. And they are communing and communicating with us all the time in different interdimensional realms. So when I say it's the future, that's not really accurate. It's a parallel reality. And the more that you understand the basics, the quantum field, vibrational basics, all of this will make sense. It's just simple geometric structures. So we are going to work with not just your consciousness here in this dimension, but we're going to be going through our heart and through this 0 point. Just picture it like this beautiful fractalating ball of light. And you're going to go through that, and we are going to go to a place in the future where you are going to be communing and meeting and working with other consciousnesses, maybe in different bodies, different forms. Be surprised, be delighted, be curious. Our only intention is in going into this quantum future envisioning circle that we're making is that you are empty and receive and experience exactly information or particles that will assist you when you come back to make sense of your mission, why you're here, and what might be the most productive, effective, advantageous thing to do today based on the future, the information that came back from the future. Okay, so that explains it. And I'm trusting the bigger guidance on how we move through this. And actually, I'm going to be designing an entire program on what comes through today. So it'd be lovely if you took journal notes. And guess what? At the end, we're going to discuss those notes that you have. So maybe say there's 8 of us today. We're going to discuss your notes. In the future, this is going to become a program where we're leading circles and we're putting people, say a Zoom of 100 people, we're going to put each of them in a room of 6 or 8 and discuss what they found. Do you see? We're going to multiply this model and bring more and more and more juice in the future to inspire us and give us a new focus. And guess what? When you're focused on something positive, you don't have time to feel sick or have a pity party or worry about things. My mother used to always tell me, if I whined at all, she said, I'll give you something to worry about. In other words, I needed to appreciate what I was holding in that moment, not look for something to whine about. Thanks, Mom. She's probably watching. All right, here we go. Take a deep breath through your nose and out through your mouth. We ask and intend to set a sacred space. Imagine that you are putting your entire body into a beautiful, it's called a holon of balance. It's a geometric structure that allows you to isolate yourself, temporarily of course, into a beautiful, safe tent. We remove everyone else's thoughts. We remove our own thoughts. We remove our past, our perceptions, our occupations, assumptions. We take our attention to our heart Take a deep breath right into your heart, through your nose and out through your mouth. We allow ourselves to drop into our heart and to feel completely safe and natural, that our mind is released from this experience. We are simply present and open and softening into our heart, held in this physical body, but orchestrated by a vibrational flow of delightful toroidal imagined strings moving through in geometric structures like a colorful musical spirograph. Imagine this beautiful toroidal, doesn't matter if you don't know what that looks like. It's just a very rich, natural movement that echoes and connects to all of reality on this earth plane, galactic and universal. First, feel, acknowledge, and sense your beautiful heart energetic movement. It folds and it unfolds. It's very gentle and it has a pure rhythm that we are now listening, and we are actively tuning ourselves to our highest 0 point frequency. No thoughts, you are simply feeling and allowing. Now you are expanding and you are sensing there are other 0 points of energy everywhere in different layers of multiplicity, synchronicity, and movement. It is an orchestra of divine strings playing, resonating independently and codependently and collaboratively everywhere. A part of you may notice that there are many areas of Earth and human beings carrying dissonant, misaligned musical instruments. That is not your concern. They cannot exist and move forward into the subtle, heavenly divine realms because their geometry is not recognized or supported. There is nothing to fear. In this state of profound awe and love, we ask and intend to move forward along the timeline to access the future. We take the steps of imagining our consciousness residing in our heart, now going in front of our body and finding a beautiful ball of fractalating light. This is the 0 point, is the communication switch plate system, the circuit board that makes anything accessible. So your heart is simply projecting out an intention through this beautiful ball of light, this 0 point, and we ask and intend to move forward to 2032, 10 years from this moment. Allow yourself to be present in this space for a few minutes. See, receive, and allow. We ask and intend to see our place, our role, who we are in relationship to what we are experiencing in 2032. Now we are ready to use our creative imagination and to move from this 0 point in 2032. We move forward to 100 years from this moment. Two, 1, 2, 2. With immense appreciation in our hearts, we gently bid adieu to the future for now. And we imagine that we have collected images, information, remembrances, invitations, and we have made some invocations. Invocations to bring this vibration and information back here through the timeline, through the beautiful ball of light, which decodes signals, sigils, light language, frequency, encodements beyond our human understanding, are made available to your consciousness and mother tongue language by going back through this ball of light and now towards your body, so that you will have full remembrance and understanding of what you have received. So please take about 3 minutes now to jot down the elements of this experience that were given to you that were so precious. They are to be remembered, as they will become signposts for your future actions and choices. So begin that process now. Remember and write or paint. Hope, inspiration, realignment, refinement of all that you are and do is being accomplished through this simple exercise. Using quantum tools, we have moved to the future to envision new outcomes based on the divine principles of creation, of course. So as you are finishing writing your notes, we'll come together and we'll share in a circle what you have come up with. Each circle has a sacred container of confidentiality. So, this meditation today, January 27th, 2022, I'm going to stop the recording so that those that are here can share, because what we have retrieved in this circle, that information and coalition, or the word that starts with C, when you put everything in a row and work with it, is meant for this group. So I hope that you join us Wednesday mornings at 9 a.m., where we will be doing this on a regular basis until you can do it yourself, until you have your own circle. And that own circle is propagating and birthing new initiatives and projects and ideas, because you're excited about getting up in the morning. You're excited, you're inspired to create and expand and to do what needs to be done, to roll out the red carpet and be the Pied Piper to bring other people to that better new place that you can see, that you've been dreaming of, and that frankly, you're here to institute. Your presence and your activity allows it to happen. Okay? All right. So we're signing off in this recorded portion. I'm Jan Jorgensen. This is Sound and Light healingarts.com, and I hope you join us in these quantum future envisioning circles.